What's going on, y'all? It's Lodge Locks. Today we got another prize picks video for you guys. In today's video, we got two WNBA player props I love on the board for this Saturday, June 7th, WNBA slate, sorry. Got two nice players, should be a pretty good one. Got a decent amount of games to choose from. I believe the slate's 3, so again, give you guys a player from 2 different games. Before we get those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe on this video with those post notices turned on. Again, it would really help me out. I do not charge for picks or anything, so again, if you guys would like to repay me, the best way to do that is again dropping that like right quick down below. It literally takes 1 second. And if you guys are new to the channel and haven't joined already, we got a free Discord. Link is down below in the description of this video, just where we post extra player props, announcements, and all that good stuff. Later the other day, we had a nice little 2-man that we posted in there that cashed out. So again, hopefully you guys were in the Discord for that one. And if not, again, right now is the perfect opportunity to join in there to not miss some extra picks like that. So little recap from yesterday's video. We gave you guys those two props. Our player of the day, she was looking solid until the fourth quarter. Her line was 20 points and assists that she needed to cover, and she had 15 like in the middle of the third, or like the endish of the third, with like 3 minutes left. And then just ever since that point on, she just stayed at 15 for the whole rest of the game. So again, kind of unfortunate that she just dropped a donut from that end of the third quarter on. Again, she was on pace to hit her line, but again, just the name of the game, sports betting and all that. So just a forge right there, though. Hopefully we bounce back on today's video, though. Really like the props right here, and I believe these ones should have a great chance of hitting. So without further ado, we're going to go to hop right at the props on this June 7th WNBA Saturday slate. We're going to be giving you guys a player from Las Vegas Aces versus the Valkyries. I feel like this one should be a pretty solid one. A lot of offense to be scored. Both these teams aren't the best defensively, which should have a lot of production in offense again. And then a player from Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. These ones are always good matchups. Both these teams haven't really been the best all season, and this one has the highest total point cover for the whole night, with a total points combined of 167.5. So again, a very good amount of offense. My spread is within 5, so again, should be a very good game right there. So with that being said, our player of the day in today's video, we're gonna be looking at Jewell Loyd. Took her a lot last season. Obviously this season she's been having a little shaky start. We're not gonna be taking her points and assists. We're actually be looking at her fantasy score. I just want to put this up here because it shows like the little stats against the Golden State Valkyries. On their defensive ratings, they're ranked 9th in points allowed, get around 83 a game, which is a lot, and I believe at least 15 of those points and assists should definitely come from Jewell Loyd. She plays a good amount of minutes so far this season. She's been averaging around 30 minutes a game. There's only 40 minutes in a whole WNBA game, so again, 75% of the game she is in there, and she runs the ball pretty well. A lot of the offense goes through her. They're ranked 8th in assist allowed, get around 20 a game, so again, a pretty high ceiling with those just defensive ratings for her, just the type of player she is. Again, I feel like those opportunities are definitely going to be there for her. If we look at her so far throughout this series, throughout this season, she's covered this line 2 out of 6 on points and assists. We're taking the fantasy score though. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to that prop right now, which is the one we are taking. And on sleeper, she's currently minus 150 on this line right here. So again, we don't have it for the Prize Picks fantasy score, but again, it's somewhere around there. So again, pretty good value that other sportsbooks have on her, expecting her to have a pretty good game. There's only 13 teams in the whole WNBA, and they're bottom 4 defense in points allowed. Again, giving around that 80+ point mark. She's a great defensive player. They're the #1 team in the whole WNBA right now in steals, forcing steals, getting around 5 a game, and majority of the time she's one of those players that's getting at least 1 or 2 of those steals, which definitely help out the fantasy score, even blocks in there. And Valkyrie, obviously, they aren't the best offensively, so again, there should be a lot of opportunities for her to grab those, which should really benefit this fantasy score player here. Her minutes so far this season, she's typically been averaging a 30+ minute guaranteed. Obviously this game she didn't play much because it was a blowout, but outside of that, this one should be a pretty decent game compared to that. And her line is pretty solid. Her shot attempts she's been averaging 10 in her last couple games. Now she has had a rough start to this whole WNBA season, but she's actually had a lot of tough matchups against New York Liberty. She struggled. Sparks, they're not that good defensively. Washington, surprisingly, they've been pretty solid defensively. But if we look at her points and assist line, this little insight, Jewell Loyd has exceeded 14.5 points and assists in 13 over the last 14 games versus bottom 10 defenses for points allowed. So again, in the last 14 games against similar teams defensively, like this Valkyries team in points allowed, she's been averaging damn near 9 over her actual line at 23. And mind you, we got her line at 14.5. I'm just using this reference. Obviously, we're taking the fantasy score. But again, if she covers this line, more than likely her fantasy score is going to be a cash out easily. So if we go to this little play right here, obviously majority of these games were from last season. She in this season so far, there's only been one team that hasn't been that good defensively that she didn't cover on, and she just had a horrible shooting night. Shot 13%, took 8 shots, and it was against the Sparks, and it was kind of a blowout game, 15 plus points. But if we look at all the other games against Connecticut, they've been so bad defensively this season, and she ended up with 20 points. Now she's going against a team who's ranked even worse defensively with the Valkyries. So again, there should just be a definitely high ceiling, and this was at the end of the last season. All these teams she cashed well over every single time, and again, they're damn near identical to this team defensively, bottom 5 ranked, and I believe this one should have a great chance of hitting. So we're going to be looking at her fantasy score right here. Again, so far this season, she's covered this line 50-50, 3 out of 6, and this is a perfect matchup for her to be able to have a nice little game right here, in my opinion. So with that being said, our player of the day in today's video is going to be Jewell Loyd over that fantasy score. If you guys didn't take anything from the videos, I'd always recommend the player of the days, and in that case, my favorite one on the day, just from the matchups and everything, is going to be this prop right here at 24 even fantasy score. And then to complete the 2-man, I believe this one should be an absolute freebie, sweat free play. We're going to be looking at Angel Reese over her Goblin line on her rebounds at 9.5. Her normal line's at 12. I feel like it's a little high. Again, just risky. But this matchup, Fever versus Sky, obviously these teams have a little rivalry, especially her and Caitlin Clark. Obviously, Caitlin Clark's injured, but again, still with the other players, these teams definitely go at it every time they play each other. So again, it should be another very good game. And on Sleeper, this play is currently minus 700. Typically, whenever we find a minus 700 play, or even like minus 400, 500 on other sports books, those ones are just a guaranteed freebie. Obviously, it's a Goblin line, but some Goblin lines be like just pretty hard to hit sometimes, I would say, like have a lower percentage chance of hitting. But this is one of those Goblin lines that I believe is a Goblin for a reason and should just be a nice little play for us. So we're gonna be rocking with her over that 9.5 rebounds line. I feel like this one should be pretty solid. Obviously, she missed a couple games so far this season. She got injured like a little bit, but she's back from injury. She had a nice little rest. Obviously, it's gonna be the 7th. She hasn't played since the 31st, so again, she's definitely gonna be having a lot of energy and whatnot against this Indiana Fever team. They're so bad against opposing teams on giving up rebounds. They're ranked 10th. There's only 13 teams in the whole WNBA giving around 35 plus rebounds a game. And Angel Reese, so far this season, she's typically been seeing 30 minutes a game. First game of the season, they ended up playing the Indiana Fever in only 24 minutes played. Obviously, it was a blowout. She had 17 rebounds. So again, this is just a matchup where she goes crazy and does her thing. And coming off of this rest, again, I feel like she should definitely have the energy to grab those rebounds. Throughout her whole career in the WNBA, she's covered this line every single game. Last season, she went 4-4, 13, 13, 16, 11. And then now the first game of this season, 17. And again, her minutes have been damn near identical at 30 a game on average. If we compare that to this season, again, she's been seeing damn near 30 minutes on average again. These last 2 matchups were pretty tough ones against Dallas Wings, and then another matchup against Dallas Wings. Obviously, she got hooked by 0.5 right here, but they're pretty solid on controlling the offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. But offensive rebounds is typically where Angel Reese gets most of her work because she misses a lot of her shots and just grabs her own rebounds. But that's besides the point. Indiana Pacers, they definitely give a lot of those just from watching previous matchups. Again, Angel Reese just eats off of that little, I don't even know if it's a strategy, but just grabbing her own misses. She could literally get like 4 rebounds in 1 possession, which is crazy. And I believe 10 should be an easy one for her. She's had no less than 11 rebounds in all these matchups. So again, I feel like 10 should be a pretty solid line for her. And yeah, with them just being ranked so low right there, it should be pretty solid. Her last 20 games, she's covered this line 18 out of 20. Again, these last 2 games, obviously just tough matchup. But outside of that, she's been cash money with damn near identical minutes. Last season, she covered this line 85% of the time. So again, should be a nice little one, a lot of greens. And again, this play is currently minus 700 on Sleeper. So should have a great chance of hitting. I feel like this one should be an absolute freebie. And she's been averaging 15 rebounds in her last 14 games. Again, we got the line at 10. Should be a nice one for us. So Angel Reese to complete the 2-man over that nice little Goblin play right there on the rebounds at 9.5. So these are my 2 players I'm rocking with for the Saturday, June 7th WNBA slate. Again, I feel like this one should be a very good 2-man, have a great high percentage chance of hitting as long as Jewell Loyd hits and does well. I believe she should. Again, she has a very good matchup. Again, this one should have a great chance of hitting. So Jewell Loyd, Angel Reese, these are my two props I'm rocking with. And again, you guys can mix and match these however you guys want to. I told you guys my favorite one. If you guys aren't confident in the player of the day, you guys can find another player that you guys should have, that you guys think should have a great chance of hitting, and pair it with this Angel Reese play. And again, that could be a nice little double up 2-man for you if you want to create your own. But definitely Angel Reese is my go-to. But player of the day, we don't do goblins, we just do normal plays, and we're going to be rocking with Jewell Loyd. So nice little throw in 20, win 40 play, double up your money. Again, this one should be pretty solid in my opinion. So with that being said, that is pretty much all I got for you guys on today's video. Again, please drop that like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. It takes 1 second down below. It would be much appreciated. And that is all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see you today.